But you were saying like you want to do Proverbs, right? Because Proverbs is like straight wisdom, dude.
Yeah, straight wisdom.
Have you read a lot of Proverbs, or is that you just see that?
I've kind of dabbled a little bit in and out. I forgot the exact chapter it was, but I remember it's Proverbs 27 something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like iron sharpeneth iron and man sharpeneth another.
Yeah.
And I think that's really deep because it really relates to if you surround yourself with drug addicts, they're going to want you to do drugs and just do bad things.
And it's not even them wanting you to. It just
surround
happens.
yourself with like actual good people. They're not going to like be like, oh, do this. They're gonna be like, okay, I respect that. You don't have to do this because we don't do it.
Yeah, 100%, dude. And like it's not even like someone wanting you to, like there's 100% there's people that are peer pressure you, dude, but it's like like if you put a moldy orange or something right next to another one, you know, it slowly over time corrupts it, you know. And also like iron sharpens iron, dude. So one friend sharpens another, right? But that doesn't happen without friction, right? So it's not pretty, you know what I'm saying? Because there's sparks flying out everywhere, and it is red hot, and it doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, when I would before, I would try to sharpen my brothers, dude, and they would take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just keep it real. Like, dude, you can't be doing this because this, and this. You know, and that's not me hating on them. That's me showing love. You know, that's real love when you look out for someone and you tell them what they need to hear. But people just don't take it the right way no more. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying how when you sharpen iron, sparks will fly.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense too, because when you are being influenced by another person, it's gonna probably affect other things around you too. Like I don't know, maybe school, maybe like work, or just like friends and people you care about.
Yeah, dude, 100%, dude.
This philosophy that goes into Aisha's video is like, if you have 8 peanuts and you have 5 billion people, you can't give a peanut to every single one. So if you have 5 billion people, you can't give a birthday. How can you give a birthday to every single one? And okay, that sounds so dumb. But if you think about it kind of a little bit harder, like not every year you give everyone a birthday because there's leap years. So technically, like some people's birthday doesn't exist that year. It's not so
You're tricking your own brain, bro.
I must be overthinking it.
Here's the thing: a birthday isn't like a physical item. It's just the day of which you were born.
What's up, guys? Hold on, let me do this better. What's up, guys? It's Zach. I'm here with Jed, Justin, and that's it for now. I don't know if Justin's gonna see this, but Justin is a really good preacher and just really good explainer for these things. So give him lots of credit, because if he wasn't here, this probably wouldn't be happening, to be honest.
How's your guys' day going so far, man?
Going great, bro.
That's good. That's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear it.
Maybe people were to pop out
yesterday,
but still chill.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying. We got whoever's watching right now. So
you got like hella viewers, bro?
Nah, we got the family. We got the family, bro. One day though, one day, if God chooses. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Things we leave at home: gossip, politics, sports, denominational values, anything that's dividing, pride, arrogance, closed minds and hearts, hate and envy, distraction, media, news, TV, social media topics, anything like that, and mass. Be yourself. Things to bring with you is your Bible: love, compassion, support, honesty, conviction, repentance, humility, open minds, hearts, grace and mercy, questions, and especially friends. Alright? Bada bing, bada boom. You know, not everyone's popping out, and that's okay.
That's right.
But it's gonna grow really quick.
Dude, I swear, you're gonna get huge, bro.
I'm not. God is.
Yeah, God.
It's not about me. It's not about us, man. It's about God. Yeah. Keep that in mind. Does one of you guys want to read? Or you guys want me to read?
I'll read. Yeah, I'll read.
I can hold it. You can hold your Bible.
The Proverbs. These are the Proverbs of Solomon, David's son, king of Israel. Their purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline, to help them understand the insight of the wise. Their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined.
Discipline. My bad.
Disciplined and successfully and successfully lives, to help them to do what is right, just and fair. These proverbs will give insight to simple knowledge and discernment to the young. Let the wise listen to these proverbs and become even wiser. Let those with understanding receive guidance by exploring the meanings of proverbs and parables, the words of the wise and the riddles. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. The father of exhortation acquire wisdom. My child, listen when your father corrects you. Don't neglect your mother's instructions. What you learn from them will crown you with grace and will be chain of honor around your neck. My child, if sinners entice you, turn your back away from them. They may say, "Come and join us. Let's hide and kill someone." Just for fun, let's ambush the innocent. Let's swallow them alive like the grave. Let's swallow them whole. Let those who go down the pit of death think of the great things we'll get. We'll fill our houses with stuff we take. Come throw in your lots with us. We'll share the loot. We'll all share the loot. My child, don't go along with them. Stay far away from their past. They rush to commit evil deeds. They hurry to commit murder. If a bird sees a trap being set, it knows to stay away. But these people set an ambush for themselves. They are trying to get themselves killed. Such is the fate of all who are greedy for money. It robs them of life. Wisdom shouts in the streets. She cries out in public square. She calls the crowd along the main street to gather those in front of the city gate. How long, you simpletons, will you insist of being simple-minded? How long will you mockers relish your mocking? How long will you fools hate knowledge? Come and listen to my counsel. I'll share my heart with you and make you wise.
All right, we can stop right there and then go back and through because there's a lot. Proverbs is like it hits you like every other sentence with like some. That's why I love Proverbs, but it's so dense, right? Yeah, dude. Proverbs is a great place to start. A lot of it is parables, right? So what you guys know what a parable is? It's basically like a riddle, right? And that's like the whole Bible is filled with a ton of riddles, a ton of parables, things like that. It's because God loves to test our brains, and He will reveal things to you as you strengthen your relationship with Him. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind, especially when things don't make sense at first.
Yeah.
The more you read and the more that you develop your relationship with God, the more that you will understand, and I promise you that. So I'm gonna come back and start at the beginning. I'm gonna kind of break it down a little bit.
Okay.
The purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline, right? To help them understand insights of the wise. Their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined and successful lives. To help them to do what is right, just, and fair. These proverbs will give insight to the simple knowledge and discernment to the young. So, how long will you mockers relish your mocking? How long will you fools hate knowledge? Come and listen to my counsel. I'll share my heart with you and make you wise. Right? So mockers love to mock. How long will fools hate knowledge? Come and listen to my counsel, right? So people who mock choose to mock, right? They make themselves look bad. People who aren't the brightest is because they put themselves there, whether they realize it or not, right?
Yeah.
I called you so often, but you wouldn't come. I reached out to you, but you paid no attention, right? So this is God. He constantly reaches out to us, and He constantly tries to get our attention. So you ignored my advice and rejected the correction I offered. So I will laugh when you are in trouble. I will mock you when disaster overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm. When disaster engulfs you like a cyclone and anguish and distress overwhelm you. When they cry for help, I will not answer. Though they anxiously search for me, they will not find me. For they hated knowledge and chose not to fear the Lord. They rejected my advice and paid no attention when I corrected them. Therefore, they must eat the bitter fruit of living their own way, choking on their own schemes. For simpletons turn away from me to death. Fools are destroyed by their own complacency. But all who listen to me will live in peace, untroubled by fear of harm. Okay. That's just the intro to Proverbs. Turn to Proverbs 30, chapter 30. I am weary, oh God. I am weary and worn out, right? So exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm done. I'm too stupid to be human. and I lack common sense. I have not mastered human wisdom, nor do I know the Holy One. Who but God goes up to heaven and comes back? So who else but God? Who else, right, who holds the wind in his fists? Who wraps up the oceans in his cloak? Who has created the whole wide world? What is his name and his son? Tell me if you know. Every word of God proves true. He is a shield to all who come to him for protection. Do not add to his words, or may rebuke you and expose you as a liar. Oh God, I beg two favors from you. Number one is, I beg two things from you. Let me have them before I die. Number one is, first, help me to never tell a lie. Second, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough to satisfy my needs. For if I grow rich, I may deny you and say, who is the Lord? And if I am too poor, I may steal and thus insult God's holy name. Skip to 11. Some people curse their father and do not thank their mother. They are pure in their own eyes, but they are filthy and unwashed. They look proudly around, casting disdainful glances. They have teeth like swords and fangs like knives. They devour the poor from the earth and the needy from among humanity. That's pretty heavy, dude. And that sounds like everyone I know nowadays. Not everyone I know, of course, like you guys, but like I'm saying a majority of society, dude, is almost everybody, dude.
They just want to kind of like cut you down.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sure.
what did it kind of say?
Yeah. So that's what Proverbs is jam packed, dude. So basically, what it's saying here, all right. At first, it's just saying, like we're human, we're fleshly, right? So we're never gonna.
We have imperfections.
Yeah, we have our imperfections, dude, and it's not easy, right? And it takes time, right? I am too stupid to be human, and I lack common sense. I have not mastered human wisdom, nor do I know the Holy One, right? So this kind of reminds me of like me at the beginning of my walk, right? I knew God was there, right? But I didn't know Him, and I was wary, I was worn out, dude, because I'm coming out of the life that I was living, right? And I'm kind of in this in-between space, and it's hard. From I was this violent, prideful, addict, criminal, like totally living wrong, dude. And so I was in this kind of in-between state, and I was so exhausted because I knew that I am held to a standard, right? If I want to be a godly man, and it wore me out, right? And I didn't have wisdom because wisdom starts with fearing God, and I didn't know God. Right, he was there, but I didn't know him. So it's rough at first. And then it starts with, who but God goes up to heaven and comes back down? And basically saying, like, there's no one, nothing that has ever existed that is anywhere close to comparing to being like God, right? So basically just amplifying or trying to let you know how powerful he is,
Do you think, does it ever say anywhere, like, where God came from?
God is eternal. God has always been, always will be, right? He created everything, And so that's something we could get into in our deeper lessons. So I could put together like a more in-depth answer for you. But right, God is eternal. He's uncreated. That's the thing about the nature of God, right? And that's one of the mysteries of God, to say, like the wonders. But nothing just comes into creation without a cause, And so, man, I could definitely I'll have to write that down, dude. I'll get on studying it for a lesson for that. And then it's basically saying every word God proves is true. Every word of God proves true. So God does not just say things. He does not just tell you things, right? He will tell you, and it's gonna happen, right? No matter what. God wants it to happen. It's going to happen. Asking for favors from God, right? Help me to never tell a lie. and never don't give me poverty nor riches.
Just enough to live by.
Just enough to, and not even just live by, right? Riches, he means like super wealth, right? Like king status, right? Like mansions and mansions and mansions, right? But not
Not like cool.
yeah. He's basically saying, give me just enough to satisfy my needs. So what he needs, and living for God. Like once we get into it, like it doesn't mean that we're not supposed to live like a joyful life, right? If we serve God, He's gonna give us a comfortable, and He's gonna give us a prosperous life, right? But it's hard, right? It's hard, and it doesn't just come like it would if you're living in the world, because God has to trust you, being a godly man.
Wait, how does trust really work with God if, like, He already knows everything you're gonna do? Like, He already knows pretty much every decision that you will and never make.
I mean, to an extent, right? So that's where a lot of people is. God has foreknowledge, right? So it's not.
We all know Him.
I
Yeah.
think another thing too is God can watch us and know our decisions, but He can't control our decisions because we also have like sins that will turn us away from Him that He can't foresee.
Yeah. No, well, He can, because God doesn't operate on our time, right? He's eternal, and He always was, always is, and always will be, right? So God, He does see the future, and He does know the decisions that we're gonna make, right? And so
doesn't He know if He could trust us or not?
Yeah, 100%. And that's something else that's really deep, man. Is God's sense of time, and it's kind of hard for us to wrap our head around the nature of God, right, and how His mind works, because it says His thoughts are not like ours. He doesn't operate like us in any way, shape, or form. So yes, He does know the decisions that we're gonna make, right? But that doesn't mean that we don't have the free will to make them, And yeah, that's something that, again, I'll have to, as I go back and when I edit, I'm gonna be writing these things down, and then I'll get on this for our deeper lessons. 100%, dude. I'm so stoked that y'all are, dude. I'm stoked.
And also, what were you just saying
About God's nature,
Yeah.
we won't understand.
I just thought of something that I forgot about it. I'll probably remember.
All right. Let me know, man. And then it says, it talks about how people are pure in their own eyes, right? So they look at themselves and they see a good man, and that's because they manipulate themselves. People will manipulate themselves and be manipulated by the world on what a good person is. If you do X, Y, Z, you're cooling, even though you're this filthy man. That's foul. Does foul things, right? But societal expectations and manipulating yourself into thinking that you're a good man. Let's flip over to 31. I'm gonna touch on this real quick. What time you gotta head out, Jed?
Like,
I just have to be home at 8. So
All right.
I just gotta be home before 5:45. I live
good.
by the corner.
Yeah. So whenever you gotta head out, that's cool. I'm gonna continue the lesson with Zach, and then you can go back and finish it out. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
All right, sounds good. You guys on 31?
Yeah.
All right. So let's skip forward. Let's go to verse 3. This is important. This is really important, especially like in modern times, like dating culture and all that, right? It's not right, bro. It's not right at all.
Isn't it in like the strength of youth kind of thing? You gotta wait till 16 till you can start even thinking about that kind of.
It's not even the age, right? Because age is really, when people say age is just a number, to an extent, right? But really, when people think of age, they think of maturity, and with how the world operates, right? Most people like maturity and wisdom, right? So most people, especially in certain areas and everything, you know, you grow up, and a majority of people, they 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 mature at the same pace, right? A majority. And there's a lot of people that mature a lot slower. There's a lot of people that mature a lot faster because based off of life experiences and a lot of things, right? So I wouldn't even say necessarily like that. It's it's more of a readiness, right? And when you follow Christ, I'm not gonna say Christian, I'm not gonna say religious. If you follow Christ, if you follow God, if you're a man of God, right, you need to have that foundation set within God, especially with women, because women can either be the most like the one of the greatest gifts that you can get from God, right, or one of the worst things that you can get yourself into, because a woman can either completely amplify your walk with God and the things that you're doing and this, that, XYZ, but she can also totally toss you off, totally seduce you, totally this, that, this, that.
I think
And
it also works the other way around too.
yeah, 100%. That's why I kind of touched on both sides. So that's 100% a big one. So that's why I want to touch on this, especially when I got you guys here. It's just us guys. Do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings. So not just women in general, but on those who ruin kings. And you should not go out of your way to try and find a woman, because when it's time, God will bring one to you, right? It's not for kings. That's all. That's about wine. My bad. Skip to verse 8. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for the poor and helpless. And see that they get justice. Right? And then a wife of noble character right here, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. She goes to inspect the field and buys it. With her earrings, she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamp burns late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms for the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. And a lot of this, it's not, woman spins yarn or whatever, right? But that's a lot of the things about the Bible is people have a hard time taking things like so literally, right? So when it's talking about all this, right? It's just saying like
that you had
basically like
you do
whatever
you want
a noble a wife
you
of
can
noble
do
character,
so
right?
you
Isn't just
you
like
do you could you want
leech off
him
you,
to
right?
do you so much you could do
And toss
anything.
you off. Yeah. Do things that I'm gonna have to maybe we'll have a course on this for dudes, bro. That I'll have to get into and prepare like more in depth.
For sure.
Where's it at? Verse 25. What's up?
I'm glad all you guys here.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad y'all here too. Yeah. She is clothed with strength and dignity. We're on verse 25. And she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise. And when she gives instructions with kindness, she carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise.
Wait, how does it work with like? I think like I said, you're gonna go into more depth or whatever, but how does God just put someone in your life? Like,
Supernaturally,
I think
dude.
it's also too like he'll put them in your life to see if they turn you a different way. So like he might put someone that's bad in your life and see how you react.
100%. And a lot of times, dude, because remember yesterday we talked a lot about the Lord will not tempt you, right? Your own desires tempt you. So a lot of times we will get ourselves surrounded by the wrong people, being foolish, right? And God will let it happen and use it for an opportunity to strengthen you, in a sense.
God will test you, but not tempt you.
Yep, exactly. And He will use the situations that you get yourself into to test you. And with God putting someone in your life, right? That's really, and it's not just Him putting someone in your life, right? But putting opportunities in your path. It could be a number of things, right? Like for me, for example, I like when I told you guys I went to Skid Row, I'm gonna touch on that heavily because that was insane experience for me. Like literally the most supernatural, insane. Like dude, I got stranded in LA. I didn't have nowhere to go, nothing to do, and I ended up the organizer of this huge thing, which he's a hard dude to get a hold of. Like a lot of people hit him up. Ended up getting back to me, and I ended up staying with dude. He ended up hooking me up with a room, and then God put this other it's this huge ministry in like all over, but they all been going to Skid Row. But his name's White Coats. If you want to look him up, he has a crazy testimony. But God ended up putting up this other lady in my life, in my path, I mean. And this lady ended up inviting me to her home gathering, right? And it was like just a bunch of these older ladies. And I was thinking it was just going to be like a Bible study, this, that, whatever. And it ended up being this whole crazy supernatural encounter. I ended up like getting prophecies from God. Like, bro, it was crazy. It's something I'm going to have to touch on in the future, dude. But, you know, if things like that, dude, it becomes like a regular occurrence. If you put everything down for God, dude, and truly seek Him with all your heart. And I'm a testimony to that, dude. And because I've had things happen, so many things like that are just, it's too perfect, dude. It's too perfect all the time. All the time it happens. And it's just, because when you serve God, God serves you, you know? And everything in this world is His, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sounds good, dude. Yeah, of course, man. Dude, I forget school even exists sometimes.
I'm not saying it must like feel like lucky to not be in school, but like just having more free time.
Oh yeah.
That's so good.
I'm so lucky. I get to spend all my time with God. And bro, school, I tell you, bro, I'm like, don't take this like the wrong way, but school straight up, it's literally all school is, bro, is just training you to be a slave, gang.
I know. Like, I'm taking marketing, and
I'm not gonna
I
shit.
thought marketing was gonna be like wanting us to do our own ideas, but like I still just research other companies.
Yep. You're not gonna.
Nothing like.
And that's a big thing is like market research, right? But like marketing, dude, when I was like doing a lot of business stuff, like starting a lot of businesses and whatnot for myself, like dude, I learned more when it comes to marketing than like college students that are in business for marketing. It's all it's all cooked, dude. Like, and so, dude, I get to learn about the Lord and serve the Lord all day, every day.
I'm glad I do take seminary at school though.
That's fire.
A good class.
What do they teach in seminary?
I'm surprised. I was expecting them to teach Joseph Smith, but they barely talk about it. It's very more about Jesus Christ. Like I think last time we talked about Adam and Eve, and then we talked about like Moses' dedication for building the boat.
You mean Noah?
Yeah. And, yeah,
Yeah.
And then Abraham sacrificed his son.
Isaac.
Yeah,
He didn't actually though.
he did it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. 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 Just toss that up in here. You can take some home with you. You can flip out. But that's the thing about that though. Is like they'll teach you the story, but they won't teach you the meaning, bro, and all that. Like, and it's great, and it's something like those are things that you need to know. But like out of an hour of seminary, you know what I'm saying? That's how long it is, right?
Yeah.
Like an hour, dude, of seminary. Like if you just read 2 chapters of the book for 15 minutes, like you learn the same thing. And then if you spend the rest of that 45 minutes dissecting it, like really, you know,
You understand.
yeah, because
You only lesson out there.
like I said, everything in the Bible is a riddle. It's all riddles. It's all encoded, dude. Like you think encryption on like computers and stuff, like dude, the encryption in the Bible.
Because it won't just explain it on one page. It will maybe explain, let's say, Proverbs 17, and then if you go like a couple chapters forward, you might explain it in a lot more detail.
Yeah, and not even that, like you can read the whole thing. Dude, there's people that read the Bible hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times throughout their life. Every time they learn more. Because God reveals more to them, you know?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to 18. Let's go to 18. Unfriendly people care only about themselves. They lash out at common sense. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. Doing wrong leads to disgrace, and scandalous behavior brings contempt. Wise words are like deep water. Wisdom flows from the wise like a bubbling brook. It is not right to acquit the guilty or deny justice to the innocent. Fools' words get them into constant quarrels. They are asking for a beating. The mouths of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. Rumors are dainty morsels that sink deep into one's heart. A lazy person is as bad as someone who destroys things. The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. The rich think of their wealth as a strong defense. They imagine it to be a high wall of safety. Haughtiness goes before destruction. Humility precedes honor. Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. The human spirit can endure a sick body, but who can bear a crushed spirit? Intelligent people are always ready to learn. Their ears are open for knowledge. Giving a gift can open doors. It gives access to important people. The first thing to speak in court sounds right. The first to speak in court sounds right until the cross-examination begins. And let's skip to 19. Better to be poor and honest. Better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and a fool. Enthusiasm without knowledge is no good. Haste makes mistakes. Right? That's why when I'm having you guys come through, like Jed for a good example, like this dude is so on fire. He keeps hitting on my phone, like he just really wants to help. Like Jed, like wants to help, wants to do this, wants to do that, dude. And I'm so stoked, dude. Like I'm so stoked. And that's totally like I'm so stoked that dude's already on fire, dude. It's so great. It's so great, Jed. Like I'm so stoked for you, dude. But I've been telling you, like, just start slow. You know what I'm saying? Get that foundation in with God. You know, get that word in, get that prayer in, and all else will come. You know, because like he says, haste makes mistakes, dude, and I'm a great testament to that, dude. But the thing is, dude, mistakes aren't bad at the end of the day.
People mistake like mistakes for bad things, but
they can be good, like consequences.
Yeah, 100%.
People think consequences are always bad, but there can be like good
They're
consequences.
redirections, you know?
Yeah.
And mistakes, you know, you learn from your mistakes. So, you know, there's two ways to look at it. People ruin their lives by their own foolishness and then are angry at the Lord. Wealth makes many friends. Poverty drives them all away. Let's skip to verse 8. To acquire wisdom is to love yourself. People who cherish understanding will prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and a liar will be destroyed. It isn't right for a fool to live in luxury or for a slave to rule over princes. Right? So this is just saying, like, wherever someone is, right, it's because God has them there for a reason, right? And when you start walking with God, like, things will come your way. Especially like my thing was, like, I was walking with God, dude, right when I gave myself to God, dude, I was living wrong, right? I was a wrong dude. So God had to take me and destroy me. He had to take everything away from me. My entire life fell apart, dude. It went in shambles. And it sucked. And I was like, what are you doing to me, God? You know, what are you doing? I told you I want to serve you. This, that, whatever. Why are you ruining my life now? Right? But no, he just had to break down that old foundation so that he can build one that's stronger, that's mightier, that's righteous. You know? So that I can actually be a man of God and serve him. And since then I've done mighty things for him. So yeah, man. Sensible people control their temper. They earn respect by overlooking wrongs. The king's anger is like a lion's roar, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A foolish child is a calamity to a father. A quarrelsome wife is as annoying as a constant dripping. Fathers can give their sons an inheritance of houses and wealth, but only the Lord can give an understanding wife. Lazy people sleep soundly, but idleness leaves them hungry. Keep the commandments and keep your life. Despising them leads to death. And that can be physical death, that can be spiritual death, that can be mental death. Okay? If you help the poor, you are lending to the Lord, and he will repay you. Discipline your children while there is hope, otherwise you will ruin their lives. Hot-tempered people must pay the penalty. If you rescue them once, you will have to do it again. Get all the advice and instruction you can, so you will be wise the rest of your life. So verse 19 right there. Touch on that. Hot-tempered people must pay the penalty. If you rescue them once, you will have to do it again. That's something I've had to learn, especially with dealing with hot-tempered people that, you know, want to go pop someone, that want to go break someone's jaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, go mess someone up real bad over the dumbest stuff. And it's never about the stuff, it's about pride, you know? And you know, being someone that was tempered as well, you know? And I've stopped a lot of them, and I have to keep stopping them, just like it says right here. And it's hard, especially when it's someone you love, dude, to just let them destroy themselves, in a sense, right? To have to pay the consequences, but it seems like they're getting destroyed, right? But that's because you gotta let, you know, you gotta let them see the consequences of their actions. Especially, like, I'm not saying don't try, but don't take yourself too far with it, you know. Verse 20. Get all the advice and instruction you can, so you will be wise the rest of your life. You can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. Loyalty makes a person attractive. It is better to be poor than dishonest. Fear of the Lord leads to life, bringing security and protection from harm. Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth. If you punish a mocker, the simple-minded will learn a lesson. If you correct the wise will be all wiser. I'm going to go to 27. If you stop listening to instruction, my child, you will turn back on knowledge. And then have us go to chapter 20. or skip through a little bit. Let's go to verse 3. Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling. Those too lazy to plow in the right season will have no food at the harvest. Though good advice lies deep within the heart, a person with understanding will draw it out. So verse 4 right there. Those too lazy to plow in the right season will have no food at the harvest. Right? So here's the thing, right? God will give us opportunities, right, to plow, to harvest the crops that He has, to harvest the seeds that He has sown into our hearts and into our lives. He'll give us those opportunities, right? And that's something that I did, right? I was, you know, just not on fire yet, right? And God was giving me opportunities and such, but I was still broken, and so I wasn't pursuing them, right? I wasn't harvesting, and so it's up to us not to plant the seeds, because God will plant the seeds, but it's up to us to open ourselves to sow. I think that's what it is. We sow. Yeah. So right. That's when you open up the soil, right? So it's up to us to sow our minds and our hearts and our souls, and it's up to God to plant those seeds, and we allow God to nourish Him by pursuing God. But God, at the end of the day, is going to be the one that nourishes your heart, you know, and your soul and your mind and your life. But then it's up to us to harvest at the end of the day, and there will be a lot of things that God just plops into your hands. So yeah. Many will say they are loyal friends, but who can find one who is truly reliable? The godly walk with integrity. Blessed are the children who follow them. Let's go to 9. Who can say, I have cleansed my heart, I am pure and free from sin? False weights and unequal measures. The Lord detests double standards of every kind. Let's go to 12. Ears to hear and eyes to see, both are gifts from the Lord. That was big. That was huge. So it doesn't mean, in a sense, yes, physically, yes, it is a great gift that a lot of that I don't, you know, I'm not grateful for. That I need to be grateful for. That I am grateful for right now. But there's a lot of people that are deaf, that are blind, right? So this does mean physically see and physically hear, but it also means spiritually see and spiritually hear, right? In a sense of to hear and understand the word, right? It's a gift from God that He will give you if you show Him that you are worthy and trustworthy with it, right?
It's like reading the word compared to knowing the word. If you just read the word, you're not going to understand it.
Yeah.
If you really know the word, you can understand the context.
Yeah. And dude, you can know what the words say, but not know what the words mean, right? Because what the words in the Bible say and mean are completely different. That's why I was saying, like, the Bible is encrypted, and God will reveal things to you, and that is His gift of hearing and seeing, and He will also give that to you in the world. Like, God's given me the gift as of recently. Like, I can. He's given me the discernment to see when people are truly evil. Like, I'll just be out in public, dude, and God's gifted me, you know, just as of recently. Like, and it's just normal people, but I can. It's just like He's opened my eyes, and I can just see I can see and feel and smell, dude, the evil of these people's hearts and souls and minds, dude. And it's and that, you know, in lots of ways. So and those aren't gifts that are just given, right? Those are gifts that you earn, and God chooses to give you. So if you love sleep, you will end up in poverty. Keep your eyes open, and there will be plenty to eat. Let's go to 15. Wise words are more valuable than much gold and many rubies. Let's go to 19. A gossip goes around telling secrets, so don't hang around with chatters. Let's go to 21. An inheritance obtained too early in life is not a blessing in the end. Right? That's why I'm grateful for it. You know, I know there's a lot of things that God has come in my way, but I'm grateful that they're not coming until the perfect time, right? Because then it wouldn't be a blessing; it would be a curse. Because if you're not prepared to hold the weight, if you're not strengthened enough and wise enough to hold and nourish and cherish the weight of an opportunity or something like that, then it'll end up being a curse. If you're not strong enough to hold something, it's gonna crush your toes, or your legs, or your arms, or your whole body, right? Spiritually and mentally. So, where was this at? Don't say I will get even for this wrong. Wait for the Lord to handle the matter. The Lord detests double standards. He is not pleased by dishonest scales. The Lord directs your steps, so why try to understand everything along the way? That's a big one too. And that's hard, especially when, like, in the beginning of my walk, I had a hard time. So I wanted to understand everything. I want to know why everything. Why this, why that, how this, how that. And that's great, right? It's great to be curious and to want to know and everything. Because it's that seed that God's putting in you to want to know and understand things. But at the end of the day, the adversary perverts everything. And it will turn that into something that's going to slow you down. And so when it comes to walking with God and being a godly man or woman, whenever I say man, I mean man or woman, except for circumstances as obvious when I just mean a man. So my bad, man and woman. But it's there's a fine line when it comes to everything, dude. It's rough.
I think it's also like when you turn to Christ, I think it's kind of like how a baby learns to walk.
Oh yeah.
Like when you turn from being like a bad person to becoming someone closer with God, it's like trying to learn how to walk and learn how to crawl. You got to do one thing at a time because you have all these questions and thoughts and you want to do all these things, but you don't know how to do it.
Yep.
But reading like the Bible, like prayer, and then getting like just learning other people's testimonies can really help you understand / walk in the sense closer to God.
Yeah, dude, like 1,000%. And it's not that it's understanding is bad. Understanding is so good. Wisdom is so good, right? But
that's why it said correct the wise so they get wiser. Because if you're wise, you can always be wiser. So if you learn from your mistakes, you will get wiser from them.
Yeah, 100%. And there's wise people that don't have wisdom. Right? Wisdom is there's people with knowledge that are wise, that aren't wise. There's people with knowledge and that are intelligent that are stupid and fools. Right?
Yeah.
But there's wise people that don't have a lot of knowledge. Because wisdom starts with the fear of God. If you fear God, you serve God. That's wisdom. That's being wise, right? And through that, God is going to nourish that seed of wisdom. And He's going to make it grow, right? And in that time, He's going to turn knowledge into wisdom. Because knowledge is not wisdom. Knowledge is just knowing things. Right? But wisdom is knowing, applying, and living in those things. And much more. So yeah. Do you have any questions? Oh, we are.
Let me see. Not really. It's kind of like if we go back a little bit in Proverbs. Let me see what it was. It was about riches. And I just had something to add to that. It was like what's this page? It was something about how being rich, like for rich people, is like a castle. But being with God, it has like strong walls. It may not look better, but it protects you still. But for rich people, they just want to have something that looks better, but it really isn't as good. It's like if you were to die, you can't bring money with you to the afterlife.
Yeah.
It's a physical thing, not like a spiritual thing like your soul. Like you can bring your soul, you can't bring your body.
Yeah. 100%. And I'm gonna touch on that too. Is there's the spirit realm is so much more real than the physical realm, right? So when it says like you said, I don't know the exact verse, but I know what you're saying. like
there's a palace and there's
there's
kingdoms
kingdoms
with great and
great
mighty walls. Nowadays missiles, lock on and tanks and this and that, right? That's physical walls, right? But then there's
spiritual walls.
There's spiritual protection. That is so real.
Like preventing yourself from sin, or just not doing something.
Even physical,
dude.
Like God has his ways of protecting
you physically.
Like when I went to Skid Row, right? So I'm in Skid Row, and I'm talking to this one dude that actually reminded me of one of my old boys, one of my old homeboys. Like heavy. And so it kind of hit me when I was talking to him. And I'm talking to him and whatnot, and I pray over him. And then a little bit later, it's probably like an hour later, hour and a half, I seen him again, like a couple blocks down. And he's tripping out. Like not even like tweaking. But he's tripping out. And this dude, he wasn't like homeless. He had a nice car and all that. But he was out on the streets. So he's living around, right? And he comes up to me. He's like, you know where I can get a tool, bro? He's tweaking. He's like, I'm just hearing this about this, that, and I'm like, dude, chill. Right? I look him dead in his eyes, dude. I'm like, look, I'm 15 years old. And I'm out here in the streets of LA. You know how many people out here get took up, sold that are my age, just to get who knows what done to them, our rich folk. You know.
And to them, it's just like you look like a money slave.
Yeah. And it's real dark, bro. I was just like, look, dude. And I'm out there like no one. Everyone was like, stay together, this, that. I'm out doing my thing, right? I know God. He's already brought me so far to that point that I didn't care. And I'm out there, bro. And I lift up my shirt. Look, I ain't got nothing on me. I'm by myself. I'm out here. And he starts like. You know, it just starts to hit him. Dude, you don't need nothing but God, bro. Like you want, like give yourself to God right now to serve God, and He's gonna protect you from these folks. Don't do it for them, do it for God. End up praying over this dude and weeping in tears, and it was powerful, bro. And he you know, I hope he gave himself to God, bro.
Changed his ways.
Yeah. And that's like spiritual. There's been so many things that I've gone through, dude. That like I just shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's God's hand of grace. Right with Jed. He should be dead right now too.
Especially with that person, yeah.
But it was God's hand of grace.
Yeah.
So he has a mission for him, right? So yeah, dude, 100%. 100%. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
No, that's kind of it. Just the palace thing.
Sounds good, dude. It's sweet, dude. It's about 6. You want to keep going?
We could if you want.
It's up to you, dude.
Let's do it.
Alright, sounds good.
We're pretty much almost done with the whole Proverbs. Proverbs said at 31.
Yeah.
We're at like 21.
Yeah, we've only kind of been jumping around. Let's go to 23. Alright. Alright. Let's start at verse 26. Oh my son. You there? Yeah. Oh my son. Give me your heart. May your eyes take delight in following my ways. A prostitute is a dangerous trap. A promiscuous woman is as dangerous as falling into a narrow well. She hides and waits like a robber, eager to make more men unfaithful. Who has anguish? Who has sorrow? Who is always fighting? Who is always complaining? Who has unnecessary bruises? Who has bloodshot eyes? It is the one who spends long hours in the taverns, trying out new drinks. Don't gaze at the wine, seeing how red it is, how it sparkles in the cup, how smoothly it goes down. For in the end, it bites like a poisonous snake. It stings like a viper. You will see hallucinations and you will say crazy things. You will stagger like a sailor tossed at sea, clinging to a swaying mast. And you will say, they hit me, but I didn't feel it. I didn't even know it when they beat me up. When will I wake up so I can look for another drink? That's just a powerful little passage, dude. It just hit me. It's the way I was living, dude. It's real. It's so real.
Yeah. Cause that thing pretty much just analyzes how addiction is.
Okay.
Like if you do something, you're gonna want to do it again because it's just inner nature.
Yeah. And especially nowadays, dude. All these corporations, dude, they're not even in it for the money, dude. They're in it to control the masses, right? And that's when I say we're gonna get into deep stuff, dude. Like deep.
To us, to them, we just look like average.
Or slaves, bro.
Like slaves or money to them.
It's not even about money. It's about our souls.
Because if they can manipulate our mind, they can try and make us do other things. Like, I don't know, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but like having us join the military or something, or just doing like other things that aren't as good for us. I'm not saying joining the military isn't good, but
I mean, you don't know what they actually got people doing, bro. But yeah, and that's something we'll touch on it, you know, in the future, man, when God says it's time. But let's go to 17. Chapter 17.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright. Better a dry crust eaten in peace than a house filled with feasting and conflict. A wise servant will rule over a master's disgraceful son, and will share the inheritance of the master's children. Fire tests the purity of silver and gold, but the Lord tests the heart. Oh man, the wind, dude. I need to put one on so bad. This is coming in 2 days. I'm gonna set this down. I hope y'all can still hear good, but I'm done holding it. Alright. Wrongdoers eagerly listen to gossip. They love it, dude. Liars pay close attention to slander. Those who mock the poor insult their maker, being God. Those who rejoice at the misfortune of others will be punished. Grandchildren are the crowning glory of the aged. Parents are the pride of their children. Eloquent words are not fitting for a fool, even less are lies fitting for a ruler. A bribe is like a lucky charm, whoever gives one will prosper. Love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. I'm going to touch on that. So love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. So this is a fault, right? So that's like you slip up, right, is a fault. Right, but not, something else. But, yeah. A single rebuke does more for a person of understanding than 100 lashes on the back of a fool. Evil people are eager for rebellion, but they will be severely punished. It is safer to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than to confront a fool caught in foolishness. That one's hard too. It's safer to confront a bear robbed of her cubs. Like a big black bear that just got her cubs stolen, dude.
safer to do that than confront a fool for their foolishness. And it's hard, dude, especially when it's people you love. That's something I struggle with right now. Like, I mean, in the past, I was really, I really tried with a lot of people, like friends. But it gets to a point, dude, where you're wasting your time, your energy, and you're not only holding yourself back, but putting yourself back, right? And it's called tossing pearls to swine. So, yeah. And it's something I still struggle with now, because there's some people that is, family. But it takes time, I trust God. Starting a quarrel is like opening a floodgate, so stop before a dispute breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, both are detestable to the Lord. It is senseless to educate a fool, since he has no heart for learning. A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. It's poor judgment to guarantee another person's debt or put up security for a friend. Anyone who loves to quarrel loves sin. Anyone who trusts in high walls invites disaster. The crooked heart will not prosper. The lying tongue tumbles in trouble. It is painful to be a parent of a fool. There is no joy for the father of a rebel. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. The wicked take secret bribes to prevent the course of justice. Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. Foolish children bring grief to the father, and bitterness to the one who gave them birth. It is wrong to punish the godly for being good, or to flog leaders for being honest. A truly wise person uses few words. A person with understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. When their mouths shut, they seem intelligent.
And then verse 8, like the chapter 18, that's pretty much what we were talking about with the walls.
Oh, really? Right here?
Yeah. Like the rich thinks of their wealth as strong defenses. They imagine it to be high walls of safety. And then, what was it? The name of the Lord is a strong fortress.
Mm-hmm.
The godly run to him and are safe.
The rich think of their wealth as a strong defense. They imagine it to be a high wall of safety. Let's see what you're talking about. So I think let's see. I think let's finish off with 16, and next time I'm a plan of this was kind of all over the place, no lie. That's my bad. I'm learning. I don't know how to do all this. So that's my bad. Next time it's gonna be a lot better. I'm gonna make sure we that I make sure it's a lot more organized and set. Today I only have like an hour to get ready. I think tomorrow I'm gonna record some stuff. Like a testimony. I think I'm gonna skip out on meeting up tomorrow, and then Thursday I'm gonna have something planned. That's fire. Trust. Yeah, let's finish out with 16. Hold up. Never mind. I wanted to do something else. Alright, go to Escalades, chapter 3.
What's page number?
1002. Thank you, God. Alright, time for everything. For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to harvest.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to cry and a time to laugh. A time to grieve and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to turn away. A time to search and a time to quit searching. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to quiet and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Alright, I think that that's what our next study is gonna be. And I'm yeah, thank you, God. Yeah, praise the living God, man. That's fire. I'm gonna get on it. Next one is actually gonna be good. On Thursday, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna put a lot more time into it. Yeah, man. I know Julia's popping out on Thursday. I think Zoe might be. I know Koi's not. She's going out of town. I don't know Mike. And then whoever else. But yeah, bring friends, bro.
I'll see what channel he gets back.
Sounds good, dude.
Yeah,
my bad. Again, my bad for today. It's gonna take me a minute to get it up, cause I'm we was kind of all over the place, so I'm gonna have to chop it up and everything. Yeah, my bad, y'all. First Bible study was a little bit rough. My bad. It was a lot of bit rough. Yeah. Have some patience with me, y'all. I'm learning. I'm trying. Yeah, Thursday. All right, it's gonna be fire. Time and a place. Time and place. I love y'all. Catch me Thursday. Yeah, I love y'all, dude.